Daddy, I need your help.
What happened?
The police just called. Cruz's car was found north of here, practically crushed under the snow. There was an avalanche.
Oh, my God. We're just talking about the car. Cruz was not in it, right?
I know they're looking for him, Daddy, but there's nothing they can do until they get the heavy equipment up there, and God only knows when that's going to be.
All right, just relax. Tell me what you want me to do.
Could you get me there, Daddy? I asked about the police helicopter, and there's nothing they can do until the morning fog lifts. And
Eden, did they give you an exact location?
yeah, I can get us to the sheriff's office. I wrote down the directions. I don't know if you can read them. My hands were shaking a little bit.
I can read it, honey. I can read it. All right, just relax, Greg. I'll get you there. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You're talking. Oh, that means your teeth aren't frozen together. Oh. So do you know we made it?
It's freezing in here. I'm gonna have to see if I can get the fire going again, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it was my turn to keep it going, but I couldn't help it. I fell asleep. I can't believe I actually went to sleep.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you're tired enough, you don't even feel the cold.
That's not why. It was after I crawled in with you. I always wondered if that body heat thing was on the level. Now I know.
Oh, God. Well, I ain't gonna be anybody digging us out anytime soon. It's still snowing. Not that they know where to look anyway.
Well, they'll be looking for their $1 million horse at least, won't they?
Well, by the time they realize he's missing, the CHP will have him back.
Well, horses are hogs anyway. And all we have for breakfast is 10 sardines.
Yeah, well, knock your socks off and go for it.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You're enjoying this too much, you know that? I thought you had to get back to Mexico.
Right now, Inspector, Mexico is the farthest thing from my mind. Don't you get it? I don't want to go back to Mexico. I'd put it off forever if I could.
Well, like I told you, we all lose one from time to time. People you work with are not going to hold that against you.
Yeah, you don't know the people I work with.
Well, that could be fixed. I told you I'd put in a good word for you.
Oh. Yeah, but would you mean it?
I don't say things I don't mean. And you would have probably got this guy if I hadn't horned in on you. I'd be happy to say that.
Hey, look, it was my case. I don't need anybody taking the heat for me.
Do me a favor. Let's not use the word heat.
Looks like it's getting to be that time.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, fire's almost up.
Look outside. That's what's known as a whiteout. Even if you could find a tree that wasn't buried, you'd never be able to find your way back.
What do you think I am, stupid? Ta-da! Didn't do much for my circulation, but it sure felt good.
You're pretty good in the tight spots, you know that?
Next time, let's make it a desert island, okay?
I promise you. We'll have every available man out looking for Mr. Castillo as soon as the weather clears. There's just very little we can do now that the snow's picked up
You
again.
know, Sheriff, I'm a little tired of being told what we can't do. We were told we couldn't get here from Santa Barbara in this weather, and look at us, we're here.
Look, we just need one guy who knows the area. We'll form our own search party. And how far do you think your party's going to get if there's another avalanche? You don't know how it is in these mountains. When you get another wind like we had this morning, it's going to loosen everything up. And then you're going to see slides like we haven't seen in 50 years.
Look, we'll take our chances, okay? Just get us somebody and take us to where you found my husband's car. Now, please, I am not going to wait.
The main road's closed, as you know. You'd have to get there on foot, and then you're going to have to do some climbing besides. I know one fellow might be crazy enough to lead you there. I'm going to have to track him down first. One of you want to come with me? I got to make some phone calls.
I will. Let's go. Thanks, Sheriff. You know, Daddy, if somebody would have asked me a couple of days ago what my definition of hell was, I would have said, having to live my life without Cruz. But I was wrong. Even if he decided never to forgive me, even if he decided not to be my husband again, I think the one thing that I couldn't live with is not having the opportunity to tell him how wrong I was.
Honey, don't do this to yourself.
No, Daddy. I never loved Robert. I was shaken. I was humbled by how much of his life he had given up for me. And in some way, to be worthy, I felt like I had to give him something in return. But I had nothing to give. I mean, it was crazy. I was crazy. I thought I could emotionally give him something and then return magically back to my life. But the one thing I've learned is that the farther I am away from Cruz, the less there's left of me. And I don't know why we take things for granted.
How long do you think the fire can last?
Half a day, probably.
Too bad they didn't go for that Scandinavian furniture. Bet you that burns real good. If you don't die from the fumes from the shellac first.
You're pretty cheerful for someone hours away from turning into a human popsicle.
Well, I don't know what it is. I guess you just bring out my good side.
Oh, yeah? I remember a time not too long ago you said all I ever did was bring you down.
Well, what do you expect? You had this totally unreasonable thing against me just for blasting my radio at the wee hours. Which is the real me, by the way. I'm an honest-to-God pain. There's some things even being undercover can't cover.
You're kind of what I needed. Somebody to remind me there was still life on the planet in case I ever decided to rejoin the human race.
And did you?
I'm not sure, did I?
Well, all I know is, for once, it's a lot colder outside than it is inside with you. God, I'm gonna miss you.
Well, if it doesn't stop snowing, you may be stuck with me, so let's not be premature. Whoa! Check it out!
Oh, you must have said the magic word.
Hey, look at that. Doesn't that look like a little blue over there on the edge there?
Yeah, well, how long is it gonna last?
You see what I see?
A tree! An actual uprooted tree!
Give me that axe.
Wait a minute. The chopping duty's mine. Remember?
Come on, give me the axe. What are you doing? Hey! Well, at least watch where you're walking. This snow is deep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, you hold of a guide?
We're not going to need them. They started clearing the main road. The snow stopped, so,
Terrific.
Yeah, well, the sheriff gave me this stuff.
What is it?
It's things they found in Cruz's car, but it doesn't really tell us much.
Well, it does tell us something. He wasn't alone.
You okay? Take it easy. All right, just sit down here for a second. Once you get the fire going, you can dry out here.
Oh, I still want to know what I caught my foot on.
Well, it could have been anything. Could have been a rock or a branch or a root, you know. The footing was tricky. I told you to watch your step.
All right, so Paul Bunyan, I'm not.
So your ankle really hurts? Okay, I'm gonna take this boot off and take a look at it, all right? This may hurt. You okay? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, we gotta do something about this. We gotta wrap it or it's gonna swell.
Well, my shirt's slipped enough anyway. We can use that.
Okay. Just take it off.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you should have been a doctor instead of a cop.
Too much school. I'd have gone nuts.
Well, you have a very nice bedside manner. I think my ankle feels better already.
Is this too tight?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do about getting you thawed out.
Well, I think we might have some good news.
Did you find him?
No. But one of the men clearing the roads noticed some smoke coming from a chimney about a mile from where we found the car. It's a cabin that nobody lives in this time of year.
Well, so you think Cruz could have gotten to the cabin?
Well, we're sending a team up to investigate. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I want to go too.
Eden, why don't we wait until we find out what we're dealing with?
Is there any reason why I shouldn't go?
Well, road's open for business. Guess I can't say no.
Then I'm going. If my husband is up there, then I think I have the right to be the first to see him.
You shouldn't have let me go to sleep.
Why not? It's the best thing for you. How does your ankle feel?
It's sore, but it's not excruciating. Look, I think you have the magic touch.
That hurt?
A little. But at least we know it's not broken.
I don't think you ought to put any weight on it, Nikki.
Okay, Doc.
If you really are feeling decent, I think I ought to try to go out again. I thought I heard some snowmobile engines a little while ago. Maybe I can find somebody to get us out of here.
Okay.
Is it? You don't want to be alone?
Well, it's just, silly.
What?
Well, if you do find someone to get us out, and I hope you do, there'll be all kinds of people here and all kinds of confusion, and we won't even get a chance to say goodbye. But I'm not hilarious. It's just I've got places to go and things to do, and when I go do them, I'm gonna miss you.
I understand. I'm gonna miss you too.
So we can keep in touch?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be back hopefully real soon, okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Nikki, come on. What are you doing?
I want to give you something to remember me by.